your boss in Denver, you've told it a couple times before, but your boss in Denver was wigging out and was suspicious of you when you came here for the interview.
What happened was I was working in Denver before I came here, and the show never took off. You know, the radio station just had a total identity crisis. Mm-hmm. And, you know, they came to, you know, they were doing things like they'd put a nun in the studio with me so I'd be on my best behavior.
Really?
Yeah.
But be funny.
You know, my boss kept coming to me and said,
"You gotta think like a 35-year-old woman."
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had that lecture.
Why don't I do that?
Yeah.
Don't be yourself.
You know, why didn't you tell me any of this before you hired me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I don't know if you noticed, I'm a guy. God. I mean, I loved Denver, and I loved a lot about that stuff, but I hated these people so much. So anyway, and it's my fault that the show never really took off. It just never took off. And they hired a new program director, a new Thaddeus P. Smallwood.
Oh.
Yes.
And it turned out it was a guy that I had worked with before, so I thought, phew, I'm safe. 'Cause this guy had been trying to hire me at his new places for the last 3 years. Kept
so
calling
you
me,
knew
said,
he
"Come
liked
work
you,
for me."
yeah.
Yeah, and I thought, okay, phew, dodged a bullet on that one.
Excellent, yeah.
And he gets in, and I went down to sit and talk with him. I said, "How's it going?" Blah, blah, blah. And
Yeah.
we get talking about work and everything, and he says, "Well, what are you asking me if your job is safe?" No one's job is safe. Huh? What? So, being the lightning quick reflexes boy I am, I didn't do anything.
Good job. How'd the wife take that?
Until finally, Beth convinced me that my days were numbered. Mm-hmm. And so I started looking around, and then I found that they had an opening at KGB in San Diego, came out here on a job interview. And, you know, it's not like I wasn't getting along with my boss, but it was very cool, very chilly. You know, we'd say hi and stuff to each other, but it was obvious that the guy did not dig me. And so I came out here on the job interview.
During a weekday.
Yeah. Towards the end of the show, I started talking like this.
Like on a Tuesday, you're faking laryngitis, right?
Yes.
Or something?
Yes, exactly. And I was not feeling at all well about 9:30 in the morning. I got to go home.
Very mysterious.
Didn't show up for work the next day because I was in San Diego. And I had to stay overnight because the cheap bastards wouldn't buy me a ticket and send me home the next day.
Radisson Hotel in Mission Valley, right?
Yeah.
And didn't they make you work an overnight shift in the meantime? Let's get our money out of this guy.
Grab a broom.
Yeah.
So they're dropping me off at the airport. And this was in February of 1990. And it was our program director, Ted Edwards at the time, who coincidentally has two first names which are the same when you think about it.
Yes.
You know, Tedwards. I'm Bob Bobs. What?
Bob Roberts, yeah.
So he drops me off at the airport, says goodbye. I feel pretty good that things went okay. And I get one foot in the airport and I hear, "Dave Rickards, please come to the nearest white courtesy phone. Dave Rickards." And I'm thinking, okay, they're jacking with me.
Right.
I thought it was Chainsaw. Chainsaw! Dave! You start today! And I get on the phone, and it's Beth.
Yeah.
She's in tears. She's hysterical because she's stranded on the side of the road in the middle of a blizzard in Denver.
Oh, no.
And I'm looking up. Well, what's that done to my flight? Oh, it's canceled. Yeah. So I call back to the radio station. They take me back to my hotel, and now I got to figure out something to say to my boss. So Beth, finally, it turns out Beth gets a ride home from where she was stranded on the side of the road. She was only about a half a mile from our house, but it was a whiteout.
Right.
You could not see.
See a thing.
Huh, Colorado, what do you know? And she calls me and she says, Steve, the program director who hated me, has been calling all day.
Yikes.
To get me on the phone. He wants to speak to you.
Right.
And I said, tell him I got a fever. I can't talk. She says, I've been telling the whole thing. He wants to talk to you.
Right.
So we hatched a scheme, and Beth did a 3-way call.
Sweet. Because this was really before cell phones. You couldn't have called him on a cell phone.
No. No,
Have
it's just
one, yeah.
no, it's just our home phone.
Okay.
So she's at home on the phone, and I'm in my hotel faking the flu in San Diego on a job interview.
You should have been in Denver.
And my boss in Denver. And I told Beth, I said, give me like 30 seconds on the phone with him and then ring the doorbell because the dogs will bark.
Right.
And it'll sound like I'm home. I
Right.
can't have my dogs barking if I'm on a job interview, can I? So about 30 seconds later,
Yeah.
Higgins, shh, quiet, Higgins.
You're saying this from the Radisson Hotel?
Yes.
Of the extension of your phone in Denver where your dogs are barking.
Beth's holding up the phone to Higgins. Bark, bark, bark.
Ding dong.
Yes, exactly. And the ruse worked.
Because your
Sweet.
PD was suspicious that you were out of town. He didn't believe your sickness or something's up.
Well, the reason he was suspicious because another rat bastard in the industry told him that I was interviewing for the job.
Who did that?
What's his ass out in Atlanta? What's his name? Don
Anthony.
Don Anthony.
Don
That's who
Anthony.
you used to call me up and pretend to be. I've never met the guy. I don't know that guy.
Don Anthony Patalabasters. He's kind of an agent who places people around the country.
Yeah,
He
Don
had,
Anthony.
he
What he'll
actually-
do is for a fee, radio stations will go to him and say, hey, we need someone to do afternoons. So Don Anthony.
And KGB loved Don Anthony because Don Anthony found me from Phoenix and placed me here in San Diego.
Yeah.
And then Don Anthony did not like Dave.
Well, see, I had gone to Don Anthony at least a half a dozen times in the past.
Right.
Saying, I would like very much for you to represent me.
Right.
And it's money for him.
Right.
I could be the crappiest DJ ever, but it's money for him.
And he wouldn't take you?
I don't know. He never found anything for me.
Right.
So here I show up at this big-time radio station in San Diego, and KGB for the industry is a pretty well-known radio station. And so the morning job at KGB is a real cherry assignment. But Don Anthony, who had decided he wasn't going to represent me, decided,
No, I don't like that Rickards kid.
they're talking to Don Anthony
Right.
on the phone saying, we just interviewed this Rickards guy. What do you think of him? And because he wasn't representing me, because he
Right.
wasn't going to get paid for it,
Right.
Can't go with him.
Yeah.
There was a guy. I had to go through all the tape. They gave me the keys to the car, and I was the guy who got to pick who I got to work with. And I'm listening to all these tapes. From the gamut. Hi, it's Billy Bob in Lubbock, Texas. Yeehaw! Hi, this is Clee. This is the person.
I've got Clee's tape here.
Hey, this is Vinny from Syracuse. I got your music right here. I mean, the gamut. The best guy was a guy named Ian Case from Quad Cities. And there was another guy.
It could have been Ian Shelley and Chainsaw.
Yeah, and there's another
Wow.
guy. And we're just going. It's like the auditions and the producers. Next. Thank you. I mean, I still have wall marks in my house where I was throwing the cassettes as I ejected them. Next. Finally, I say, all right, I'm putting this box of broken dreams on the passenger seat of my Honda with the sheep covers, David, that you got to enjoy on your audition day. And I said, I'm driving
I
up
was
the...
only 40 years old.
I'm driving
Whatever.
up the 5 until I find the successor. Thank God I put in Rickards tape on Manchester Avenue. Pulled right over. I said, you're the one. Your head's above everybody else. This is the one. And I get back to the station. I'm da-da-da. I talk to Rickards. Da-da-da. This is the guy. I'm telling you, this is the guy.
Oh, you drank coffee.
Let's get Don Anthony on the phone. Is Don on the phone? Get Don Anthony on the phone.
Where are those pictures?
I don't think we should go with him necessarily. I don't represent him, but I will not be getting a commission. So, Cookie, I don't think that's a good idea. Hey, Don, sorry. So I had to make a list. A big, long list of why we need Dave, and I got conference
What are you, in
calls.
third grade?
I had to make a
Jeez.
big
Remember
list.
how things were back then?
Oh, I remember.
A big thing, and we had Phil Melrose from corporate on
Yeah.
the phone in Sacramento ownership, and da-da-da. It was a big 3-way conference call, and here's
Yeah.
Cookie all by himself. Are you sure, Cookie? Are you sure, Cookie? I mean, $4 biceps looking at me, and I finally said, yeah, duh, listen to the tape.
So Don Anthony is giving me, here's Caesar giving me the thumbs down. And I'm about to get fired in Denver, and I want this job. And there's only 2 places Beth wanted to live, Colorado or California. I'm thinking, I've scored.
Yeah.
Took it to Colorado, and I'll take it to California.
Yeah.
And I think I've scored. And here's Don Anthony giving me the thumbs down. And the only reason is because he doesn't represent me.
Yeah.
And so what does he do after that? Then he calls my current boss and tells him that I'm interviewing for the job. Rats me out.
That's rat bastard behavior.
double
Rats me out. But thanks to Higgins and Spencer for barking on the
God
phone,
love 'em.
he could not prove that I wasn't at my house.
That's brilliant.
I owe my career to
Genius.
those dogs.
Yes, you do.
That is genius!
Thank you.
Genius!
And I went back and quit.
The next day? How long did it take?
It actually took us about a week for them to get together and offer me the job and for me to make up my mind. And I went into his office and I quit, and I thought he was going to freak out. No, I mean, he did freak out. I thought he was going to have a heart attack.
I still have your audition tape, you know.
Do you really?
I do. It's in the office.
Which office?
Right over there.
Let's hear it. Back when Dave used to have a high voice.
Hi!
No, he was 6 years old.
Yes, 6
the one
plus
with
6 is 12.
Is this the one with the Ditka bit on it?
Ditka.
All right, you want to play it?
It's
Wheels.
got Dicka,
Wheels.
and it's
Play it?
got,
Wheels.
All right. If you can find it, I'll play it.
I think you have a joke of the day. I'm not sure. But
About
there's
3 seconds long. It's a knock-knock joke. All right. Quick time out. You're gonna listen to the hilarious tape that got me this job. Trust me, you'll be on Don Anthony's side in about 3 minutes here.
Stop it.
It's KGB. All the cool guys are named
Dave.
Yes. Took a minute to think about that one.
I had to think about who the heck I was this morning.
How you doing, Dave?
Hey, this is a great show.
Thank you.
You guys, I love listening to you guys talk about, and you know, you're Kramer the music maker. You guys go on and on and on about it. Oh, Shelley.
I just love the way you depicted us going on and on and on about it.
Never stops, does it?
Well,
No, it's great stuff.
Thank you,
I love
Dave.
listening to you guys go on about it, and what's really funny, it just kind of reminds me. I've always wanted to be in radio and stuff like that, and go through college, and I always thought, well, I got to do this, I got to do that. Well, I went in an entirely different way. I went into video, and I'm having a great time.
good.
But you don't get to yak at people and hang up on them on the phone too.
Yeah.
It's really kind of fun.
Well, I'm glad you like the show. We're about to change that for you, okay?
Oh, good. Wonderful, great.
See you, Dave.
Okay, take care.
Thanks for calling in. All right, this will be a lot of fun. When you get a
Be proud of it.
Huh?
You should be proud of this tape.
I hate my stuff.
It's what brought you here.
I hate.
It's what gave you to us. Throne boy.
I haven't heard this in about 10 years.
Remember, now, this stuff is from 1988, 1989, okay? I had 2 good bits in my whole career.
I remember
in just a moment.
I remember hearing it and I said, all right, this is really good, but I hear something that has even more potential. I hear things, great qualities. And this is why we should do it. This is why we should pull the trigger on this guy.
When you apply for a job in radio, of course, you send your resume and, some kind of a cover letter, but you also send a tape of your work.
Well, in the olden days, you sent a tape. Now they burn CDs and
Well,
stuff.
yeah, you send a copy of your work,
Right.
something that they can listen to, a little bit of your radio show.
So this was your show in Denver.
Yes. Oh, and by the way,
Yeah.
this show was called The Dawn Patrol.
Oh,
Well, I brought that name from Denver to here.
very good.
So here you go.
The Dawn Patrol with Dave Rickards and Steve-O.
This is where we separate the men from the boys.
1035 The Fox.
Zsa Zsa probably will not pick up the phone unless we say we're someone important. Not that we aren't important.
No. She probably has some manslave answering the phone.
Who's the dude who is romantically linked with her?
It's the Merv, right?
Merv Griffin?
Yeah.
All right, we can pretend to be Merv.
Hello,
Hello, is Zsa Zsa there, please?
who's calling?
It's Merv.
1 second.
Thank you.
It's the prince.
It's a Brahms.
Kind of sounded like him.
Hello?
Zsa Zsa, darling.
Who is that?
Dave and Steve-O, you're in the air in Denver.
Oh, yes, okay.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Saw you on Donahue.
Yeah, we are suing Johnny Carson, though.
You are?
Yes. There's a limit how much I take from, the typical man, when you are down, he kicks you. I know him 30 years.
Well, I know.
That Johnny Carson, my God, I have a dog called Johnny. He's just like him. He's so horny that we have him fixed today. He's right now today at the vet.
Josh, are you going to have him castrated?
I don't want him castrated. He should have been long ago because every time he's married to replace around with other women.
Well, he's never had you. He's never had a real woman, has he?
Well, he'll never have me. Proposition me often enough, but he'll never have me.
That's right.
I don't like a man who sleeps with everybody in town. I hate that. I don't know if he heard about AIDS. Maybe he didn't hear about it.
Yeah, well, you certainly held your own on Phil
I
Donahue
will
last week.
always hold my own because I tell the truth and those people are lying. And people lie, forget. You have to be geniuses to remember what they lied.
Yeah.
I don't lie.
We have a problem in Denver, Zsa Zsa.
What is it? I love Denver. My God, I used to go up there skiing, and there's a horse ranch up there in the mountains.
Well, only you can help us with this problem.
Exactly. We have a quarterback by the name of John Elway.
Oh, I know so little about football.
I know, but listen, he is tired of all the publicity, and he can't take criticism.
He can't say the word criticism, or he can't take it.
He can't take criticism.
Well, if he can play football, then he should take the word criticism too. Otherwise, he shouldn't play football.
Yeah, that's what we
The moment you're in
figured.
the public eye, you must be enough strong to take criticism, or you can't be in the public eye.
Well, Zsa Zsa.
I listened to Johnny Carson. I inserted yesterday Mr. Bush. He said the president can't get out of the house, out of the White House, because he has to watch Mr. Quayle.
Yeah,
I
well-
mean, what kind of remarks? This is a man who runs our country, for God's sake. If he
I know.
believes everything, then
Zsa
what
Zsa.
kind of a country do we run?
It's a travesty, I know. Listen, the deal with John Elway, though, there's only one thing. There's only one person who can stand up to the media and take the criticism and be a real man to lead our football team, and that's you. We want you to be our quarterback.
I would love to be a quarterback. What does a quarterback have to do?
Well, he gets $2 million a year for
I
playing
love it
football on
already, but I
Sundays.
think they're getting battered, and I hate to be battered.
Well, you
But
won't
a
get-
quart, that's interesting to be a
Zsa Zsa.
quart. You know, I threw out
Zsa
one year
Zsa.
the first baseball ball here.
Hello, Zsa Zsa. To get battered, though, you'll get to wear pads, and the policemen will be your friends here then.
But the policemen are all my friends. Only this one is gay. He doesn't like
He's
me.
gay.
Oh, okay.
But usually gay men are my good friends, but this one doesn't like me.
Well, you consider the offer, okay?
Well, I'm very seriously interested.
Consider it an invitation.
Send us an invitation. I'm coming. I like sports.
All right, well,
Okay.
I
you're
will
invited.
think about the policeman. I'll give you such a good kick you won't believe it.
I know you will. I know you will, darling. Tell Joan Rivers we said hi, okay?
I will. All right, guys.
Nice speaking with you. 2 words Zsa Zsa needs to hear. Dave and Steve-O sitting under clouds. It's going to be foggy again this morning. Fog banks rolling in. Light snow is possible. 42 degrees for a high. Still at pre-dawn, we're at 32 degrees downtown in Denver. Young Ernest made an interesting observation during your newscast, Steve-O.
Oh?
Of a terrible, flagrant mispronunciation. Uh-oh. It has nothing to do with you. It has to do with Mike Ditka for Budget Rent-A-Car.
Now, what does he say?
Mike is a big strapping man. He's, Super Bowl coach. He's, a well-known celebrity football coach. But he can't say wheels.
Wheels.
He can't say wheels.
What does he say?
Wheels. Wheels. Listen to this
I
here.
said, okay. They said, Mike, budget rent-a-truck is the toughest thing on wheels. I said, wait a second, boys. You want me to stand there on roller skates and say that budget rent-a-truck is the toughest thing on wheels?
Well,
Hey,
what?
Relax. It's going to put under a lot of pressure. Take it easy on it.
Well, he says wheels, though. Come on. Ernie has a phone call into Lake Forest, so we can call the Bears training camp and get Mike on the phone.
And ask him to sing Proud Mary.
Sweet home. Sweet home. Chicago. They're also busy. Dusting off the George Hallis statues, probably.
Tuesday, probably film day.
Office?
Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Now, you're in the air. We're looking for Mike Ditka, please.
He's not in the office.
He's not.
No.
Oh, can we leave a message for him?
Sure.
Dave and Steve-O calling. We're with the Save the Whales Foundation.
Yes.
Well, if you would give him a call and ask him, we're looking for contributions, celebrity spokespeople. We've heard him on the radio quite a bit, and we know that he does an excellent job being a spokesman for organizations and groups. And we would love for him to take an interest in the Save the Whales Foundation.
Okay, I'll give him the message.
Okay, have you got that all down there?
Yes, I do.
Save the
Wales.
No, it's not Wales.
It's Wells.
Wells.
Pardon me?
Wells.
Okay.
You know.
Wheels.
Okay. Oh, Bob. Nice. What we calling New York or something? How about that defense?
You're hired.
Funny stuff.
You had me at hello.
You're lucky you didn't have to cough up a tape to get this gig.
Yeah, I did.
You did?
Yeah, but I destroyed it once I got the job.
Smart.
Yeah.